Something that was very special to me about Unity is the fact that I felt a sense of community here. I felt like I was able to grow and thrive in such a safe space with the support of my fellow peers and my teachers who were always there for me. And so I really appreciated that. I love the fact that we were such a small school because it wasn't like our teachers didn't know who we were or anything like that. Like we all knew each other, and it was like we kind of became family in a way. Like we were really close to one another, and I really loved that. If anything was wrong, you people could tell, and they would ask you like, "Oh, are you okay? What's going on?" And you had that support if you ever needed it. Something that a teacher did to help me at Unity was the fact that my advisor, Miss Baye, was she was a biology teacher here, and she was my advisor. And so I was with her for 4 years, and I feel like in those 4 years she really pushed me to grow and like allowed me to see different opportunities that I myself have never seen. And she taught me a lot and gave me a lot of information that I personally wouldn't have known as a first generation student, versus like she went to Stanford and she knew different things and was in bio and had sort of interest in health, and so did I. And so she was able to share resources and knowledge with me and really push me to apply to those private schools, which I don't think if it was for her, I probably wouldn't have even applied at all. So I really appreciate her for always believing in me and feeling that support from her. And my favorite memory at Unity was when we walked out for the student protest when we were protesting against Trump's election, and Mr. Nee came along with us. And the fact that we had somebody at the school who was our own principal supporting us and our beliefs because he understood where we were coming from, I think that really hit different because it was just like crazy to know that we have support from staff here, and especially from our principal. And I think that was something I was very thankful for, because I saw that other schools, their principals would punish them if they left. I mean, Mr. Nee wasn't obviously cool with us leaving campus, but he knew kind of what we were going through in that moment, and it was a tough moment for many of us, and he was there to support us along, and took us all the way to Fruitvale when we marched over there protesting. So I love Unity, and I have a lot of love for Unity, and I'm happy to be working here because it's, in a way, I feel like I'm back in my own community. So I love it here.
Hello everybody, it is I, Che Adams, a fellow alumni and student of Oakland Unity High School. And I'm just going to be saying a few things about how I feel and what I felt and appreciated about Oakland Unity High School. Let's get to it. The first question is, what was special to you about Unity? And I think something that was special to me about Unity was how the teachers and staff members would make the students feel very welcomed. And, it was just kind of like a warming place, They did have tough love, they showed it, but it helped me and guided me to the right direction, through the right directions of high school while I was in it. And that is something that I really appreciate, and I feel is really special about Unity because a lot of schools don't show that. What was something a teacher did to help you? Something a teacher did to help me while I was at Unity, I was a class clown, so the teachers would have to move me to either the front or the far right side of the classroom so I would pay attention more, or they would move me next to the kids that didn't play as much in class. And it helped me a lot because I was able to focus out sometimes in class and actually get my work done without playing too much. And that was something that I secondly appreciate. I would like to thank the teachers for doing that because I was just playing, There's just a lot of playing in class. And that's something that I really liked. Next question, what is my favorite memory at Unity? Boy, oh boy, I have a lot of memories. But one of my memories is I got to be a part of a Brownies commercial, and with my teacher, Miss Steven, I believe my sophomore year. And it showed me it also showed me how what teachers have to go through with students. And so I was put in my teacher's shoes and had to teach the class, and it was really stressful because they was not listening, and I got to see what the teachers be going through. But it was a really it was like a strong learning situation because it helped me learn how to teach and how to be a student at the same time. So, Miss Steven, thanks to you, for putting me in that commercial, giving me that opportunity. And yeah, I just really appreciate you guys at school and Unity. You guys helped me get so far within my life and helped me get through high school. So thank you.
Hello, my name is Eduardo. I graduated from Oakland Unity High School in 2017. From Unity, I then went on to study public affairs and labor studies at UCLA. I have since also gathered experience within immigration law, working at a number of nonprofits and law offices, specifically with LGBT asylum seekers in the United States, as well as survivors of domestic violence and minors under 18 who have been abandoned or neglected by their families. It would not have been an easy path in terms of my education and my work experience without the support that I had at Unity High School. One of the most special things about Unity is its size. Because there is a very limited student population, the support that I received was very individualized. I felt like I could go after class, during class, and speak to my teachers about whatever I needed support with, and they were available to provide individualized support specific to my needs and to my learning styles. I remember using my free periods where I did not have class to go and speak to my teachers about academic things, as well as asking questions about college and moving out and other personal general life advice. Some of my fondest memories include those conversations with some of my teachers, such as Miss Steven, my former advisor, my former English teachers, Mr. Brennan and Miss Rowe, who were very, very kind and often provided exceptional advice about what life would be like during my senior year and the transition between my senior year and my freshman year of college. That advice that I received, I truly would not trade it for a single thing. To this day, I am still in touch with all of them, whether it be through text message. I even get, just a quick email sometimes. It's very nice. One teacher that I feel like played a very crucial role at my time in Unity would be my former math teacher, Mr. McIntosh. Although most students would probably say he's a very strict teacher and his courses are very challenging, it's now that as an adult that I realize that oftentimes the challenging aspect of his course wasn't really the content, but the attitude that we had while trying to learn. He made it very clear to us to never give up, and that sometimes hard work and effort and being smart enough to learn from your mistakes was more important than innate intelligence, and that we truly were capable of doing whatever we set our mind to if we put in genuine hard work. It is something that I thought about every single time I had an academic hard front while at UCLA, and even now in my work life, whenever I'm faced with a challenge, I remind myself the most important thing that we can do is to try to do it the best way that we can, and if not, learn from our mistakes if we get it wrong. He truly is a great reminder of hard work and the fruition of hard work, and how we can see the benefits of our efforts if we try hard enough and we stick around long enough to see them. Another one of my favorite memories that I had while at Unity was the winter and the spring of my freshman year. This time I felt really cared for and supported by my teachers, especially my college counselor at the time, Miss Leon, who really, really supported me while applying to colleges and while awaiting decisions from colleges. I remember getting acceptances and rejections and sneakily making my way to her office to, talk about these things and what life would be like if in this city, in this state, what things would be like if I moved super far away for college. And she truly helped me feel like my potential was infinite. And I had an incredible time working with her. And I know that she's no longer at Unity, but the memories that I shared with her are very, very fond to me. And I'm very thankful for Unity and everything that they've done for me.
Hi, my name is Jewel Platt. I am a Unity High School alum. I'm the class of 2017. I love Unity. I wouldn't be nowhere without Unity. I'm so glad my mom put me in that school. every experience I had, from having a college prep education to being myself and being able to become self-confident, making new friends. Unity is a whole experience that people who've never been to a small school or a charter school will really love. That was my biggest thing growing up. I've always needed a small classroom environment. I've never been accustomed to bigger classrooms. So coming into Unity, even starting off in the beginning, they prep you for high school. You go through a whole summer school course. They make sure you're on track for life, not just for high school, just not for graduation. They want to make sure you know about money and how to save, and know about the government, economics. It's a whole life experience once you get there, and I feel like it changed me for the better. Going there, starting off 9th grade year, was very quiet and to myself. By the time I got to senior year, I was president and head of everything in my class and wanted to run everything and being social with everybody. Unity has brought me to certain opportunities that I never thought I would be able to deal with. I've been in programs like Girls Inc. I've worked with the Raiders. I've worked with the Warriors. And this is all because my school opened up different programs for us to be able to enjoy. Yes, our school was small, so we didn't have a lot of the stuff, on campus, but they made sure that we had stuff for us. When it comes to my teachers, I love every single last one of them. I'm still in contact with all my teachers. They are my backbone. I feel like they've helped me. They've been my ride or dies. They never gave up on me. These teachers here, I've never had any teachers like this. All the experiences other people tell me about having high school teachers and how they don't care, and they just worried about their jobs and they're just going to pass you off. No, our teachers are here. It's however many kids it will be with that one teacher, but that one teacher will make sure every single last kid gets the individual help they need to make sure that they succeed in life, not only when it comes to education, but personal life